Nexxlegacy.
Put a plug in and introduce my man Dres from BlackSheep in the motherfucking house tonight. Dres, what's up, bruh?
What up, love? How's it going, baby?
Yay.
What's rocking, kid?
Everything is love, man. For real. Good to be amongst the greatness. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to be here, for real. First of all, I feel good, man.
It's an honor.
What up? Got the new project on deck, ready to blast off, you know, and keep doing what we do.
Like I was saying, man, it's an honor to have a legend on here, man. I mean, shit, man, you one of the greats, man. I mean, shit, you get with this and you can get with that, man. You know, man, them that learned how to rap off of that song, my nigga. Literally, between that and I Got It Made, I don't know what.
That's love, without question. That's love. You know, and you know, to this day, we still doing it. You know what I'm saying? Word up. I'm actually partnered these days with my man Jody from A Tribe Called Quest, and you know, so we got a new project that we're about to release. The name of the group is called Evertan, which is native backwards. You know what I'm saying? EVITAN. And we got yo. First of all, you know, just the fact that Jerobe's rhyming for everybody. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that you didn't hear. You know what I'm saying? With the Tribe Called Quest. Nah. He's actually, you know. Nah, not even a DJ. That's Ali. Ali Shahi was the DJ.
I know, but what was his role on the Tribe Called Quest?
He basically, you know what I'm saying, definitely performed live, did a lot of hype, you know what I'm saying, but essentially, you know, was just the brother that was, you know, kind of more guidance and counseling, you know what I'm saying, so nobody ever heard him.
Yeah, I thought he was an extra DJ or something, like a, you know
Nah, not at all. But just to say, you know what I'm saying, but, yo, this is my word, dude it's something serious. This project is something serious. I'm real proud of him, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, it's real reflective that he spent 20 years, you know what I'm saying, in the trenches with Tribe, you know what I'm saying, dude is nice. And then we got a nice project coming. The name of the album is called, you know what I'm saying, called Speed of Life. And there's a couple of singles out right now. You can catch those on YouTube. There's a joint called Who Is This? A joint called Three Kings with Sadat X. There's a video for a joint called PTI, Pardon the Interruption. And there's another one, you know what I'm saying,
you got that Occupied joint. That Occupied joint.
Yeah. That's a PTI joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or, and the fourth joint is Give It To Me. You know what I'm saying? As well, they all on iTunes, wherever we buy music. They all there as well. But some real dope joints. You know what I'm saying? For cats to check out. Like, definitely, you know, continuing the native tradition of, you know, just dope, meaningful. You know what I'm saying? Powerful. You know what I'm saying? And sonically, just, you know, next level hip hop. Wow.
That's heavy. I hope you send some of that music to us. I know we got some that's a feature tonight, right?
Oh yeah.
No doubt.
I got Who Is This, which we gonna run tonight. You know, and also got tracks off the Black Pool of Genius, which, man, you got to talk about that album too, man. It's been out for a minute, but you know what I'm saying, it's one of those diamonds in the rough, Dres, that, you know, people got to know, like, how you got that shit together. You know what I'm saying? That's
you know what I'm saying. That's my own little. I got my own little label. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing my own little indie thing for some years now. And that's one of the projects. That's my latest project, you know, from the Black Pool of Genius. And you know, it represents me really locking in with a lot of different cats that, you know, I just thought were dope. You know what I'm saying? From the likes of AZ to Rhyme Fest, Gene Gray, my man Go Less, just all kind of cats. You know what I'm saying? My man Tough Junkie. I mean, it's a really dope project. I'm real proud of it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and it is one of them joints. You know what I'm saying? Over the top on everybody's radar. You know what I'm saying? But anybody that, you know, that checks it, you know what I'm saying? It definitely gonna find something that makes them smile. You know what I'm saying? It takes them right there. And that's kind of what we're doing right now too. This Evertan project is something serious. It's a game changer to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it represents, like, to me, Rose is a brand new artist. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's ever heard him rap. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying? Let alone, you know, the stage show. We definitely trying to come summer everywhere. You know, the show's gonna be bananas. We're gonna have a good time with it.
That's what's up.
That's the motherfucking move, man. So, not to take you back to the question that everybody fucking asks you, but I gotta know, man, how you got in the game, man? Because I just know y'all came out, you know what I mean, around the time I was in junior high. You and I was rocking out with the shit. But I never knew the how y'all came up or what was it. You know, I knew y'all was in a native tongue, but you know what I mean. I know who brought you in the game. Like I know Nas' story. I know that he what's the name, Professor from what's the name, Professor Large Professor. I know Large Professor walked him in the office. Him and what's it called, a Stretch walked him to get signed. You know what I mean? So I know his background. I didn't know how y'all came in the game. You know what I mean?
It was kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? It really has had to do some years. Me and Long, you know what I'm saying, my partner at the time, you know what I'm saying, well, my partner in BlackSheep, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We had met in Carolina. I moved from New York to Carolina. My stepfather had joined the military, so you know my family had moved. So I went to high school in Carolina. I met Long my senior year. You know what I'm saying? Because my mom, you know, we kind of moved again. Just to say, we had a mutual friend. You know, we were all from New York, which kind of bonded us. We had a mutual friend. You know what I'm saying? That had surgery, equipment, mics, what have you. So, you know, and there was a few of us. So every day we kind of was over at his crib, you know what I'm saying, drinking 40s, smoking, whatever, you know what I'm saying, cutting. All of us could DJ, all of us could rhyme. We was all writing rhymes, you know what I'm saying. And we was in North Carolina, though, so it wasn't like we was trying to put out a record. We was just really from New York, really loved hip-hop and was just, you know, chilling.
Right.
Did it every day for a year, you know what I'm saying. And Long was in junior high at the time. He was, and didn't drink or smoke. He just came through, you know, serious about DJing, you know what I'm saying. And was dope, was well beyond his years. Anyway, long story short, Red Alert came down for Roxanne, battle, and the real Roxanne versus Shantae, and you know a couple other cats was in Raleigh. Long was spinning on the stage before Red, you know, before the show started. We had a little dap down there, whatever. So Long was so short he had to stand on milk crates. So Red loved it, like yo, oh my, you know, and he was dope. So he was like, you know, where you from? He's like, I'm from Brooklyn. He's like, yo, whenever you go, you know, get up with me. So that summer after school, you know what I'm saying, Long went to New York. So he was there. Red introduced him to Mike G from Jungle Brothers. So he was there for the making, the Jungle, you know, spent that summer with Red. So he was in the studio with the Jungle Brothers for the making of their first record. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Came back to Carolina. So he had, you know what I'm saying, he was big, you know what I'm saying? So I wound up, you know, coming to school, coming to New York, doing 100 other things, you know what I'm saying? Long story short, when he finished high school, I bumped into him on the streets of New York. He just got there. Wasn't really situated. I just got, you know, my own crib, you know what I'm saying? I was in the Bronx. I was like, yo, he was my little man. I was like, yo, you can crash with people, you can ride, whatever. So he comes, he starts letting me know that, yo, he had been coming back and forth. He was cool with this group, you know, that you know, he's telling me about, you know, Daylight. I'm like, and all those kids that I respect. I know the music. I love the music. And I'm, you know, I'm hearing the records on the street. I'm like, oh, snap, you was some dope cats. Long story short, you know what I'm saying, he starts introducing me to them, you know what I'm saying. I've been rhyming and cutting all my life, you know what I'm saying, as far as, you know, as far as being hip-hop is concerned, you know what I'm saying. And so, you know, it kind of dawned that, you know, like, yo, we kind of could do something. Long, you know, was dying to produce some stuff. He'd been sitting on for a while. And that was a Wolf and Sheep got it going and played some stuff for Red Alert, Red Pass, you know what I'm saying. That's a good dude named Funkenstein, God bless him, who made some calls to some you know, labels, what have you, and you know, we was up and running immediately.
Right.
It was, you know, it's definitely love, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of bugged, you know, like sometimes in life you prepare for things that you know, not even sure, you know, or even understand that you're preparing for. But, you know, we have spent a lot of time, you know, like even prior, you know, I was in the studio for you know, for so many Daylight sessions and so many Tribe sessions, you know. Same with Jungle, you know, like so much from the brothers, from, you know, even performance-wise, you know, like very blessed to have been in so many rooms, so many dope cats, you know, sincerely. And you know, and it was reflective in you know, in our movement. I think it still is, you know, but it's also important that, you know, we all blossom and nurture, you know, our situations to the point that, you know, we're putting out ourselves. If you got any, you know, and I salute you definitely, yo, just to say that, you know, if you got any form of, you know, gravity in your situation, you know what I'm saying, do it independently, you know what I'm saying, and become, you know what I'm saying, you know, what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Cats is looking for a label or something when they can become, you know, what the label is looking for. You know, labels are looking for cats that's putting it together because they really don't even know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? But we could put it together. You know what I'm saying? And we just got to believe in ourselves and keep doing what we doing. Stick to the grind. Stick to the script. You know.
So was y'all on Jive with Tribe, or everybody was on Jive? Or,
nah. We was on Mercury.
Mercury,
which was Polygram. Polygram.
Okay. Yeah, man. I mean, how did it feel to be down with the motherfucking dream team of fucking good feeling hip hop, my nigga? Like, literally, you had you got Tribe, you got you guys, you got brothers, you got I mean, shit. The list goes on and on.
I knew what it was worth. You know, saying sincerely. And I still do. I knew what it was worth. Like, like we still need to put it together as far as a native tongue movement and even our lane in this thing. You know, saying like we much stronger. Yeah, exactly.
You better hurry up before Kanye sign everybody.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we're trying to do.
Everybody, man. That nigga signed everybody in a native tongue, man. You better hurry up before you get everybody.
You know what I'm saying? Word up.
Serious.
But you know what I'm saying? But we're strong enough to do it ourselves, and that's kind of what me and Jerobi kind of represent right now. Like at the end of the day, I'm hoping brothers is really seeing, what we capable of. We about to hit cats in the head. What up, Captain? I'm very surprised by what we do.
Yeah, it's not tonight. It was dope as shit, man. Period.
All right.
Man. So,
shoot. Wait till y'all hear what's coming, man. Word up. Y'all hear what's coming. We got some cool stuff in
it's a lot of us out on the West definitely appreciate, like Yuck said earlier, like legendary, music when it comes to stuff like that. Back to the Everton project y'all working on, how did y'all link up as far as, getting together and what made y'all do this project y'all working on and finishing up right now?
It's kind of bug because I've known Jerobi for over 20 years. He's actually on our first album. He's the cab driver on the cab driver skit. You know what I'm saying? When I'm trying to get uptown, and I was really about to start on a new project for myself, and but at the same time I was like, I'd like to bring out some more stuff through my little imprint, my little independent movement. So I was gonna reach out for cats to do some EPs, and Jerobi was one of the cats that I thought would be dope to do an EP. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody ever heard him and I was like, I know he's intelligent, he's funny, you know what I'm saying? I was like, he's been on stage with Trump for 20 years. He's got to be soulful, got to be. You know what I'm saying? I would love for him to, attempt the EP. So for a while, he was in Atlanta at the time. For a while he was like, now I'm busy. He's a chef as well, you know what I'm saying? So he's trying to do a couple other things. He wound up coming in New York to do something on one side, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, let's give it a shot. He was like, let's do it. Wind up doing the first song together, you know what I'm saying? I figured it'd be the easiest way to kind of, ease him into the water, what have you. And the joint was just crazy, you know what I'm saying? And, played it for a few people. Everybody's like, y'all need to do something else, do another joint, you know what I'm saying? Well, we, did another joint even better, you know what I'm saying? We wound up doing 26 joints, you know what I'm saying, before we even looked up. And, it's an incredible project. We got a lot of guests, a lot of love. We found some of the dopest production in the world. Production from London to the Canary Islands to a bunch of young cats, you know what I'm saying, hungry throughout the States, you know what I'm saying? We got to make some moves for real. It's a beautiful look. We got Bootsy Collins on the joint. We got Rod Digger. I mean, we got Homeboy Sandman to, you know what I'm saying, some cats, young cats like my man Boogeyman De La. Yummy Bingham's on it. We got Sadat. I mean, just so many cats. Torres, the Cranberry Show. I mean, my man Casual. I mean, just bangers. You know what I'm saying? Coming at people for real. Like in a big way. Cats like this is some golden era music.
Yeah, that's heavy. You got my niggas from the Souls of Mischief on that day?
Oh, yeah, Kaz, you know what I'm saying, that's the homie, for real. I love Casual, man, and been dying to do a record with him. I'm so glad, you know what I'm saying, to have him on a record, man. That's the homie, for real. Right up.
Small world. I used to be roommates with A+, man, so, I came up around them dudes, too, man. Hell yeah.
That's what it is. Love is love. Man. All right? That's what it is. All day. All right? Yeah. Man, you'd be surprised, brother.
No, you'll be very surprised how small it is. But we're going to keep that on the low. But look.
All right.
Hey, Dres, man, I want to ask a real motherfucker from that era, man. How do it feel to see these young cats, man, these hipsters trying to, take it back to the 80s and shit, with how they dress with the high top fades and, the gazelles and, all the shit, the donkey ropes. I mean, how do it feel that the 80s is literally coming back?
Hello?
Yeah, how does it feel? Like,
I mean, it's kind of, I kind of see it. I don't know if I even really take it the right way. I'm not mad at it.
You see niggas nowadays, right now, walking down the street looking like Mr. Long. I mean, the
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like, it's almost like, like I'd rather see them, be them. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we was. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where cats, I think, kind of are losing in the music right now. We come from an era where you kind of did you and you stood out as yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you found yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that really wasn't what it was. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that I don't understand that it's flattering. It is flattering because it represents us, and it's not it's not in a bad way at all. It's definitely love. But I'd rather see them, stand out as themselves, and current, and if anything, taking it forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, like we here to move forward. You know what I'm saying? Like the past is the reflection. And I can understand. I can understand the love, and I can understand. What they're doing, and God bless. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, I'd rather see them moving forward.
Well, I think they trying to mix it up. They doing half them and half old school. They doing They doing the high top fade with the skinnies. With the jeggings, with the jeggings.
I don't even know if we're supposed to see it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Coca-Cola sweater. You know what I mean? With the jeggings and the high top and the gazelle. You know what I mean? The fake donkey rope. You know what I mean? They mixing it up.
yeah. I mean, but I guess we was extra when we was young as well, and didn't really care or see it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But to everybody else, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure cats thought we was a little extra. We did what we did.
Yeah. I feel you when he say they trying to switch it up from the new and the old school. But I mean, what about lyrically though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Some of these MCs out there is pretty much sounding the same, and like you said, you came up in that era where, everybody was winning because everybody was different. You know what I'm saying? They had a different style, different flow, different technique. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they was themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like we definitely didn't get off on trying to be like someone, even if they was successful. You know what I'm saying? Like later like we didn't really follow, suit. You know what I'm saying? We found our way. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's been kind of detrimental to the music that cats are kind of really just pushing it one way, you know what I'm saying? And even the gatekeepers, I call them, the program directors, is really more, I really look at them more so, you know what I'm saying? Because it's regardless of what's popular or what's paid for or who's bringing it out or whatever, you can't really poison the community, you know what I'm saying? If you're looking around and you're seeing the ramifications of what you're pushing, you know what I'm saying, is tearing us down, I'm not saying you necessarily have to stop, but you gotta throw something in there that swallows some of that up. You gotta put something next to it that the people can weigh and understand that that's not necessarily the way. There's more ways to do what I'm trying to achieve. You know what I'm saying? Than just the way that they're talking about, because they really they putting cats in line for things that they don't want to be in line for. You don't want to be in line for jail. You don't want to be in line for you know what I'm saying commissary. You know what I'm saying? And they're not telling them how to get through that. They're not telling them what happens when you come home from that. They're not telling them that you might not come home from that. You know what I'm saying? And cats that they putting on to, onto whatever they putting them on to, they not even really, they're not even really built like that. And not really, they losing it for crumbs, for pennies, for sneaker money. They losing their life, running up in spots. And, I don't care if you can come away with 10, 20, 30, 50 racks. You know what I'm saying? What they got for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right.
It's going to pale so much in comparison. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and you got to know that. You got to know what comes with that. You know what I'm saying? And that's not what they giving them. They just giving them the ticket to get in line. You know, for that.
That's real shit.
And we got to do better. You know what I'm saying? I ain't telling you not to do what you do, but you got to do better. You know what I'm saying? Same with me. I got to do better. I ain't gonna front. We all do. You know?
No doubt. We all ain't perfect. You know what I mean?
Well,
That's real shit.
No doubt.
Real shit.
No doubt.
But the only alternative they got right now is either, you know what I mean, that down south shit or dubstep. Like, come on, man. Like, that's the peaceful rap.
And even that, you know what I'm saying? And that's how cookie cutter it is. You know what I'm saying? You might find a cat from either region, you know what I'm saying, doing whatever's successful. You know, you find a New York cat doing down south stuff. You know what I'm saying? The West Coast cat, you know what I'm saying, doing you know,
dubstep.
You know, yeah. You know, like,
right,
you know, like,
I mean, like, okay.
Yo, yeah,
be true to yourself.
Yeah.
Be true to yourself. It's like you hearing
you know what I'm saying?
Scarface doing the dubstep song. Like, really, Face from the Ghetto Boys? Dubstep?
You know?
That nigga did Mind Playing Tricks, dubstep version? Okay, hey.
It has to do with the times, too. You know what I'm saying? It has to do with the times, too. You know what I'm saying? We got away from... It's a little bit with the times and technology. We gotten away from the album, you know what I'm saying? We're much more into the playlist, you know what I'm saying? Cats is skimming, basically building playlists as opposed to having an album collection. Cats, you know what I'm saying, really don't have albums. They got the joints that they like off of albums, and they keep them moving, you know? Mm-hmm. And it's my word, like, I feel good because I feel like it's going to be, you know, Everton is definitely going to represent, you know, you're going to have our album. I feel confident about it, you know what I'm saying? It's just... Man, I feel like the music is new again, you know, and it's just a really beautiful look for me right now. I feel good, regardless of what happens. I know what it represents, you know.
It sounded real hot, and Smoke a Lot Radio has Dres from BlackSheep, Everton in the building, and chat room is lit with a lot of questions. A lot of people want to know what you think about mainstream radio and the fact that a lot of the stuff, you know, that you do have, and even, you know, Black Pool of Genius, which is on iTunes right now, you know, needs to get some love shown, not just to the, you know, online radio stations, but the mainstream. But they want to know what you think about the mainstream radio.
I mean, to be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? I did an interview recently, and I got asked, you know, about 3 artists, you know, that are popular as far as I've heard their names. But I was like, yo, I hate, you know, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the artists, but I don't listen to the radio, yo. I couldn't tell you one song, one lyric, one. I can't listen to it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, now don't get it. Listen, I'm looking for dope music, and I hit her with a few, you know, cats that she had never heard that I thought were dope. You know what I'm saying? That are young and new. And she was like, oh, okay. You know, it's not like I'm out looking for it, but I don't feel like the radio's offering it. You know what I'm saying? They really offering, you know what I'm saying, something that's, you know, very cookie cutter. You know, sounds like what was on right before it. Sounds like what's coming on right after it. It's not really offering me anything that's, you know what I'm saying, gonna help me, you know what I'm saying, even feel good. And even sonically, it's not even, you know, it's not where my head is at, you know what I'm saying? So I can't really even speak to mainstream radio. It's my word.
The same 10 artists over and over again. They play the same 10 people over and over and over and over and over again. It's like Nicki Minaj, Drake, Nicki Minaj, Drake, Nicki Minaj, Drake.
You know, hip-hop to me, man, DJ, you know what I'm saying, DJ was the one that introduced the people to dope new music, you know what I'm saying? That's a DJ to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got something, like a dope DJ to me, I remember a dope DJ to me was the one I was going to, I know he's going to play something I've never heard that's dope, you know what I'm saying? I got to check out what he's doing tonight. I'm going to hear something tonight I've never heard that's dope. That shit doesn't even happen anymore. I'm like, wow, like it's hurtful. I'm like, you know, damn, does anybody break, you know, records anymore? Word. And it was done because it was the dope, the fly thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know, like, it's fly. You know what I'm saying? To introduce the people to something that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, be fly, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be the same. Everybody's content being, you know, being the person in front of them, I guess. But later for that, man. All right.
I feel you. You want to let the, you know, you want to let the world hear who is this?
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Project.
Yeah, check it out without question. You know what I'm saying? It's Everton, you know what I'm saying? Jerobi and Dres. Some of y'all might be asking, oh, who is this? Well, let me tell you. Here we are.
Right here on Smoke a Lot Radio with our guests. You gonna come back for another segment with another quick one? take a couple calls and stuff like that?
I'm definitely down, but my battery's dying. So if for any reason, you know what I'm saying, I fall out of the cut, that's exactly what happened. But I'm going to rock until it does.
No sweat. We rocking with two icons right here. The host, Yuck. We got Dres, BlackSheep, every time. We got who in the motherfucking house along with Dres, every time. BlackSheep, icon. Definitely a slapper right there. You know what I mean? I was definitely dope.
That's love, without question. This is my word. I feel real good about the project, man. Like, you know, we really took our time. And what was really hard about it was really, you know, saying we had decided that we was going to have 13 records on it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we did like 26 joints. So pretty much even the records that cats are hearing right now, they're not even on the album because we have so much stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like these records really just, you know, singles that we're putting, you know, they're available, but they're not even part of the project. So, you know, like you're really going to feel glad, you know what I'm saying, to pick up, you know what I'm saying, and so many joints that we really had to make it 14. We're going to make an album 14 tracks, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, you're going to be glad to pick it up, you know what I'm saying? And each track represents, you know, some real flyness. Word up.
And let them know the science behind 13 tracks, man. You know, a lot of niggas in the industry don't really know. You know,
I mean, honestly, what my head was at with is that, you know what I'm saying, like if they telling, you know, I'm looking at it from the aspect of a black man, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, and I really just brought it to self. As, you know, if they saying, you know what I'm saying, 13 is unlucky, then it got to be for them. You know what I'm saying? They don't tell me what's unlucky for me. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not talking about the number. I'm just talking about the tracks, how you only get paid off of 13 tracks and everything else.
Without question.
Everything else on the album. You paying for that or that's coming out of 13 joint.
Without
you know
question.
What I mean?
Yeah. It's publishing wise, without question.
Right,
I mean, that's something that you know, that cats should know. Not, you know, like at times you do more, you know what I'm saying, but you just need to know, you know, what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You only getting paid for 13.
Period. That's just going to pay your money.
Exactly.
Period.
Right.
You know, I'm just trying to gang people up. A lot of people don't know.
Without question.
Why you didn't do 30 songs, nigga? Nah, motherfuckers only get paid for 13 songs. That's why you got niggas like Jay-Z doing 13 songs. You know what I mean? Niggas like Scarface. All his albums, every Scarface album was 13 songs. Nothing over. Nothing.
Yeah.
12 sometimes, nigga, 12.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, and so, it all depends on what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? I mean, as an artist, I don't feel like, you know, you're necessarily going to constrain yourself to what's going to necessarily make you money. Sometimes you do, you know, just on the strength of character, and that is dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, you know, ultimately, you know what I'm saying, it is a business. You are definitely trying to, you know, all I'm saying is just know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? If it's more than 13, know that you're only getting paid for 13. So let it be a conscious decision. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it represents different things to different people. You know.
Well, shit, if you're independent, you ain't got to worry about none of that shit.
Yeah. No doubt. Like the bad thing is when you don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's when it's whack. You know what I'm saying? When you're out the window wondering what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you know. You need to know.
No doubt. Yo, before Dres gets out of here, let's take a couple of quick calls. This is Smoke Live Radio. We got Dres, every time BlackSheep with the host Yuck. Shout out to Cuzzle Fly. I know he probably doing what Cuzzle Fly does. You know what I mean? Big up to that guy.
Oh, man, it's Memorial, man. You know, niggas somewhere out doing it, man.
Exactly. I know they are.
Kids today. You know what I mean? I did it all the weekend. I chilled with the kids.
You know what I'm saying?
Today,
I hear that.
I'm right. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, everybody else is at a house party, pool party, Miami, Vegas, nigga, Dre, shit going down right now. Nigga, period. Live. Niggas at Miami, live. Nigga, the fucking Heat just won. Niggas at the Heat after party, the winning party. Niggas is out. Period.
Man, they know where they gonna turn around wishing they did what you did. You know what I'm saying? You did the right thing.
No, there's a lot of motherfuckers online. There's a lot of people in like that.
Man,
you know what I mean? They just watch the game. You know?
They massive Yuck and Dres fans. So, you know, let's take the first one right here from the 904. He's a fan of both. And you're on Smoke Live Radio right now. What's happening, bro?
It is an honor to be on a radio show with Yuck, Miles, and Dres, a BlackSheep. It is an honor. I call myself King Hollow, the new king of the freestyle, you know, coming from that Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, that's what's up. Love Junkie, Peyton, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Willie Evans. Word up. Yeah, love Jacksonville.
Oh man, but it's crazy. The things I want to ask you about really is, you know, you answered one on because the mainstream is garbage. You know, I don't care because I just spoke to Murphy Lee, I spoke to Chingy, and I've been speaking to a lot of artists lately. You know what I'm saying? Getting my recline up as Freestyle King, and it's just I've been hearing the same thing as garbage. There's nothing to listen to. There's no message. It's just a bunch of swagged out bunch of girls. You know what I'm saying? That rap about a hood they ain't live in. Ain't never shot no gun, ain't no sold no dope, and this is what you want to rap about. But one of the things I want to ask you is, what inspired y'all to do songs? You know what I'm saying? Because that, like I said, that last song I heard was dope. I'm trying to find it on YouTube now.
Oh, that's peace, yo. Love. That's love. I mean, you know, I really just come from an era like that. You know, first of all, you know, parents that was just both of my parents at some point sung in the band. Had vast record collections, always played music, you know what I'm saying? So I heard a lot coming up. Then I was just musical, you know what I'm saying? I sung, I played instruments, you know, did all kinds of different choirs and stuff just because I liked music, you know what I'm saying? Not even necessarily trying to do anything, just because I like music, you know what I'm saying? And so when hip-hop, and this is all prior to hip-hop, you know what I'm saying? So when hip-hop kind of hit, it spoke to me directly. I was, you know, like young, you know what I'm saying? I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, my family was a little bit in the streets a little bit, so I really... You know, it really resonated with me. You know, even when I went up to Carolina, you know, I took it with me, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, and really fine-tuned it. And so coming back to, you know, doing songs, it was important to me, you know what I'm saying, to do songs, you know what I'm saying, and not just be able to verse or, you know, to just, you know, write a rhyme, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, that, you know, the music that I did was, you know, reflective of, you know, of who I was and what I knew and, you know, and what I was capable of, you know.
Right.
And with music.
Right. I mean, in the 90s it was music. Like I said, you know, I still got to give my props out to Yuck Mouth because Yuck Mouth really was one of my inspirations why I could write a fucking verse so quick, you know what I'm saying? Because when I used to watch him on YouTube, that nigga used to sit there and, all right, okay, I heard the beat. Okay, let's get in the studio. I was like, yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up right there. But the other thing that inspired me about it, you know what I'm saying, I love the song, you know what I'm saying, it was like a breath of fresh air from this ass music we've been hearing lately. And you know what I'm saying, what do you give to upcoming underground artists like me? What's some of the advice to get like where you at?
I would say essentially to keep doing what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? Keep trying, you know what I'm saying? Like the day you stop trying is the day it was never for you, you know, but as long as you keep putting one foot in front of the other and come up with a plan, you know what I'm saying, follow it, you know. Might not necessarily be the biggest plan, you know what I'm saying, but if you succeed at that, then you build a bigger one and you stand on the shoulders of what you just built. And, you know, and you take the time, know that it might not be overnight. But, you know, you just keep trying and you keep writing, you know what I'm saying. And one of the dopest things I could tell any MC is to read. You know what I'm saying? Reading makes your writing, you know what I'm saying, much more, you know what I'm saying, reflective of who you are, you know what I'm saying, what you're trying to say and you getting points across. It's a bunch of different ways to say things. You don't necessarily have to say them the same way, you know what I'm saying, all the time, you know what I'm saying. And that's another thing that's hurtful, you know, it's like cats are, you know, like it's almost like they're not even trying, you know, like, and it represents something, you know what I'm saying, it represents who you are, like, you know, like, yo.
Right.
Dres, can you do me a favor? Can you tell people to read again, Dres? Please tell people to read. Pick up a damn book.
Reading is really important, you know what I'm saying? It's essential, you know what I'm saying, in my opinion, as far as, you know, you, like don't get it twisted, you know, like, the streets are always, that story, you know what I'm saying, is a story, you know what I'm saying, like, and even that story is a different story, you know what I'm saying, like, you better be reading for that as well, you know what I'm saying, but just to say, like, it's essential, like, you know what I'm saying, as far as you having an understanding of what's going on, just outside of what you see, you know what I'm saying, a lot of cats only talk about, they think the best of what the world offers is what they see, you know what I'm saying, but there's a lot more to the world than what you see, you know what I'm saying, and you should know about that.
Right, because I mean, with my artists, I tell them, look, you know what I'm saying, if I call you, you can tell me what's going on about the news, you know what I'm saying, tell me something you read today, indulge yourself in something besides this.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Because it's all about intelligence. That's why I tell people, you know what I'm saying, I'm not just a freestyle king because I can rap or I can freestyle very well. I diverse myself since 98 to write poems. In 06, I decided to put the pen down.
No doubt, you know what I'm saying. That's what's up. That's what's up. I mean, and it's, it's important. It's important, that these are things that are passed down, like, what I'm saying, and that cats know, what I'm saying, that it's important. Like, and everybody thinks that, you can do it. Just jump out there and do it, and you can win. And I guess it's kind of unfortunate that sometimes it happens like that. Motherfuckers just jump out there and win. But it's much more to it than that. You know what I'm saying? And it winds up catching up to it at some point. You know what I'm saying? It's reflective that they can't sustain. You know what I'm saying? What got them there? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? They still win. And, it ain't that to be mad at. It's to be commended on a certain level that you was able to pull something out of, something that we started. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody that could pull something out of it. There was nothing in this pot before. The whole thing that with my head is that I just gotta make sure I get mine out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But, you know what I'm saying?
Get yours.
Right.
Exactly.
But but if somebody happens to get something before I do, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's all love. Just know I'm coming up for mine too. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. Well,
exactly. My last question, real strong, was what I'm saying, was this? You think this current state of hip hop is meant to strengthen the artist or defeat it?
So what?
Also, where to get that song from? I'm still looking for that.
Oh, it's definitely on iTunes, E-Music now. So wherever you buy music, you know what I'm saying, Everton, which is native backwards. There's a few joints out there, you know what I'm saying, you can check.
Okay.
But what was you saying? What was the question?
The state of hip-hop that it's in now, is it meant to strengthen the artist or defeat him? Because to me, what I see it as is it's easier now to maintain the music. It's easier now to put yourself out there. Everybody can do it, you know what I'm saying? But it's the craft and the skills that they're not putting into it. And it's just like, you know what I'm saying? I came from the old school where I learned to write a poem first, and then I went to spoken word. From spoken word, I went to putting rhymes together, and then I went through a freestyle rank through my city, which is Fort Myers, Florida, and got my crown. Because I was the top head dog, you know what I'm saying?
I respect that sincerely, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, and that's gonna keep you where you going. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna help. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be the difference in you and some of the other people in the room when you get where you're going. But just to say, at the end of the day, like in my opinion, it's bigger than that. Being dope is one thing, but you gotta have a plan. You know what I'm saying? If nobody hears it and nobody sees it, it's almost like, you know what I'm saying, did it exist? You know what I'm saying? So you have to, you know what I'm saying, have a plan, whereas, and you kind of hitting it on the head. You start out locally, you start from your block. That's where you start off. You know what I'm saying? But the immediate goal is, you know what I'm saying, my town or city is going to know who I am. You know what I'm saying? From there, you know what I'm saying, you start branching out regionally and you start breaking it up. You know what I'm saying? And, of course, the goal is that they hear you globally, which is now much more, in the picture with the Internet. You know what I'm saying? You can throw it out there. But, so as opposed to necessarily, you know what I'm saying, working in like that, that was kind of old school, you know what I'm saying, chain of thought. These days, you know what I'm saying, you have to have an online marketing, plan, you know what I'm saying, or a way to introduce yourself to the masses. They're there. You know what I'm saying? But everybody's throwing something at them. So you got to be able to define yourself, you know what I'm saying, as other and dope. You know what I'm saying? You got to hit them in the head. You know, so you can't sound like the thing that they're trying to get away from. You know what I'm saying? You got to sound like what they're looking for. You know, and that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? It's having a plan and working it. You know, that's the real difference.
Yeah. Appreciate the call.
Going, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, appreciate the call 904. And before you go, man, did you pick up that Black Pool of Genius and Yug's new project, Half Baked? Did you go get them things, bro?
Oh, man, I'm copying that right now on my debit card.
Good man. Salute, sir.
Man.
All right.
Mouth,
appreciate the love.
He's working hollow 25 on
my phone's about to die. You know what I'm saying? I think I better say later while I can, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to just falling off. You know what I'm saying? Yo, much love, brothers, sincerely. You know what I'm saying? Word up. Smoke a lot with that.
Yo, thanks for calling in, Dres, man. We're going to pump the new song, keep the new album, and let people know where to get your shit on iTunes and where to stay posted with your new music, man. Thanks for calling in. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. We got that boy for an hour, boy. That damn near hour and a half, boy. I mean, come on, man.
You see how a 15, 20-minute interview turned into, bro, on Smoke a Lot Radio. But, oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Oh, fucking boy.
Yeah, it is.
Yo, appreciate you.
Nexxlegacy.